So there's 5 stages in marriage, and I'm not going to go into the 5 stages right now, but I can tell you the first stage is the honeymoon stage. That's when you meet, you're in love, all everything is great. I can't, I don't want to hang up. No, no, you hang up. No, 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 you hang up. And you're just in love, it's euphoria, and that's awesome. And in many ways, I think we need that. But the Lord's been showing me something. That's something that you can continue to have. Um, but then the next phase is you begin to see their faults, begin to see the idiosyncrasies. And then when you're married to them now, you're with them 24/7. He doesn't put the cap back on the toothpaste. He turns the toilet paper the wrong way. He leaves the toilet seats up. All these things that you didn't see because you didn't live together. You weren't that close intimately. And there's other things, he doesn't take out the trash or whatever. But there's these little things that starts to build up. And there's 2 reasons why people get upset. And you need to know this. Number one is prevention of intention. In other words, when someone prevents you from doing what you want to do, you get upset.
Mhm.
Number two is unmet expectations. Okay. That's when you expect something to happen and it doesn't happen. Okay. Now, those 2 things usually drives a lot of people angry. And oftentimes in relationships, there's a lot of unwritten expectations that we've never talked about, but you expect it because that's just how you've been. The challenge is you think about it as an individual, right? You don't have to worry about anybody. You can get up, make your decision, do whatever. Now you're married. You can't just get up and do whatever. You're
Mhm.
tethered to this person and you got to talk to them. You got to communicate with them. You got to do there's all, so it gets frustrating. In some ways, you've lost a sense of freedom. And a lot of people are not prepared for that. You realize you can't just do what you want to do anymore. And if you do, you gotta, the other person's upset at you. There's so and there's trust issues, because if the person won't communicate with you, now you start to think, well, why are they not sharing? What's going on? Are they doing something? So then the mind starts to wander. Before you know it, you're in this place where there's a lot of mistrust.
Mm.
Here's the thing. If you've not been taught how to communicate effectively, that makes it even worse. So rather than communicating what you're feeling, you're communicating your frustration, and that becomes problematic. And that's where a lot of fighting goes on. And most people don't make it out of that tumultuous stage in a relationship.
Because you don't know how to navigate it, right?
Exactly. You don't know how to navigate it. Now, in the olden days, when you couldn't get a divorce, you learn how to deal with it.
Right.
So,
Man
so
caves became a thing.
what's that?
Man caves became a thing.
Yeah, but not only, something's funny. I used to think this was so ridiculous that they'd have arranged marriages.
Mm.
But there's one thing in arranged marriages that I realized that most people don't get. You learn to love the person,
Mm.
okay? Because and love is not a feeling in that scenario. Love is a choice. And in reality, love is a choice. And people can say, yeah, 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 but it's still about. I said, no. Think of your parents. They love you. You think they had a choice on how you're gonna look? No. Whatever gene, whatever came out, however you came out, that's who you were, and they already made the choice that they're gonna love you because they're yours. See, love is a choice. We think it's a feeling, but the reality is it's a choice. Once you make the choice, the feeling comes.
Yeah.
Don't realize that. Even the very point of the person you're in love with, are you married? There is a specific point in time where you made that choice. And now people might say, yeah, I don't think so. But if you go back and think, there's a point where you say, I really admire that person. I love him. I'd love to be with him. You made that choice somewhere along the line. Because I mean, I've thought about this. I mean, I've given it much thought, and I've found myself when I made that choice. We all make the choice. It just happens so fast or subconsciously that we're not present to it. But we think it's a feeling. No, the feeling comes because you made that choice. So you opened yourself for that. And we don't get that.